Welcome everyone! We are the Grin Brothers, and Raph is doing his favourite hobby of exploring the sea. Because he likes... It's actually kind of funny, you're claustrophobic and yet you're also scared of the big, vast expanse of the sea.
I'm not really scared of the sea, more so what's usually in it.
Fish.
This game should just have a map. I just want to say
Yeah, I
that.
must admit, it would have been nice.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Right.
well, that's a portal to another world.
No, I know what that is. That's a bad time.
Why? What's wrong?
Because they should be aggressive.
What, the portal to another world?
Yes.
This game is, how would you say, surprisingly trippy. Is that the lingo you kids use nowadays? I say that to the tall bearded man next to me.
Probably not.
Oh gosh, and the lag. That I see that doesn't change no matter where you go. Let's see. Whilst you're looking for rubies, I guess I'll quickly add in some things to mention. Oh, hey, there's quartz. We haven't typically find that earlier. Ironically, we usually find it in abundance. Let's see. Random things. Samurai Showdown.
Yeah.
Revealed its last of the DLC characters for its season pass. And it's a bit of a weird thing for me to keep attention on because I don't actually own Samurai Showdown. I was curious about it, but I've heard there's not much to it aside from arcade and online, which kind of, puts a dent, given I play games purely single player wise. The fighting games sort of thing. And, I may be getting Switch Online purely to get Penalty Pon. But Xbox Live Online, unsure at this moment. Depends what the Xbox Series X offers. But, I've had a minor interest in it, and so I kept an eye on the Season Pass. And they revealed the last of its Season Pass characters. Warden. From For Honor.
Oh.
Which is apparently still a thing.
Apparently.
Yeah. And a lot of people started complaining, saying it should have been Mitsurugi because of the Soul Calibur edition, which is like... So, you want an even more boring option. Because, come on, people, Mitsurugi is not interesting in the slightest.
No, not really.
I mean, heck, when they had, I can't remember his name, I'm not super familiar with Samurai Showdown. When they had the protagonist of Samurai Showdown get added into... Oh. That's encouraging.
Well, that would suggest that it's a different biome.
Yeah, because I don't think you all were going for the Terra biome. Maybe it's southeast.
No, because that's...
Or
the
northwest.
Island. I am vaguely in the right area, I guess.
I think it's Hanamaru. Yeah, he's honestly just a more interesting version of Mitsurugi, basically. So, Mitsurugi's fun as a character, but he's fun because of his personality. Because, he's just a fight nut. And it's just kind of hilarious seeing everyone interact with him. Oh, hey, Rocky Little Island.
Yeah, that's our island. I say our island.
Yeah.
The dead person island.
Yeah,
so
and...
what I want to do... I am trying to find the right place.
Yeah.
But...
There's no map.
Bravery is not my strong point. And not having a map doesn't help. And now it's nighttime.
That was actually one of the first replies someone had on the Tencent
That's not the button I meant to press.
Video. It's like, I'm a brave boy! Sees the Tencent logo above. I'm not brave enough for this! But yeah, Warden's been added to Samurai Showdown. And honestly, from a character design perspective, weirdly enough, he might be my favourite one they've got in Samurai Showdown. And I like the character designs they show off in Samurai Showdown, but, I don't know, stereotypical fully clad armoured knight, as people said, he's a generic class character, but honestly, I love that type of design.
It's too dark to see anything now.
Don't you have a flashlight?
This is the light.
Do you have a flashier light?
I wish.
The speed up button makes the light goes on?
Yeah, no, that is the light.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised the computer hasn't said, massive You know what? I'm not a fan of this because this feels like, you know, you've mentioned before that Leviathans start swarming you en masse when...
I'm not out the border yet.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, even if that many Leviathans appear, our game would just lag like mad. So...
The problem is I can't explore if I can't see, because I don't know when to go down now.
Well, this area is the deep area anyway. Also, what's with the blood moon?
I'm probably gonna die. Like, I want to explore, but I can't see. How do I explore if I can't see anything?
Are you sure this is where it's supposed to be?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can get rubies from here.
Might there be safer ruby outcrops?
A lot of ruby and lithium can be obtained here.
But yeah, like, I mean, the moveset's pretty generic, but, you know, apparently, you know, the thing that people liked about For Honor is that they were very faithful to how the fighting styles work. So Warden, who has the knight fighting style, fights just like a knight would. You know, medieval sort of English knight. Surprising amount of shoulder tackles and shoulder barging for his moveset. But, and I remember, like, the top comment on the video, it was like, because one of his lines, sort of like, opening battle cry, is sort of, battle sequences, intro sequences, is, For Honor! So people's top comment was, he said the line! But yeah, like, I really like the look of him, so it's disappointing to see the amount of, the sort of negative reactions. Like, even some people were saying that they should have taken advantage of the latest King of Fighters mobile game crossover and said it wouldn't have made any sense to have WWE characters in, but I don't think I would mind having John Cena in Samurai Showdown. It's like, okay, now that would be cool, but I kind of prefer the For Honor, you know, fitting with the style sort of thing. As much fun as it would be having John Cena also fighting in Samurai Showdown after popping up in King of Fighters.
It would be amazing.
And because like I don't know how many characters. They were like John Cena and Rock appear in like this mobile King of Fighters game they've got in Japan.
Yeah,
I think it's overseas as well. But I think like one of the scenes is you got Orochi. You know, you may have heard him get mentioned during the SNK Heroines playthrough. So like start doing his speech, and the Rock interrupts. Is like, look, I don't care. I don't care about all this. I'm just going to beat you down. But it also means that like the SNK Ice did like artwork posters of like the WWE characters of the King of Fighters cast. So
can nighttime hurry up?
It looks like the moon's descending upon us.
It probably is. Would you be? I also like how that is just a still JPEG, but that one is moving.
Oh look, that looks way too close. You got to admit.
Yeah, it's always been that big.
No, but that looks like it's in the past the atmosphere. That's like you could literally jump up off the Aurora and touch it.
Why didn't we get to explore that planet?
Well, it's a moon, not a planet, but
technically speaking, with something of that size, it's neither of these are probably considered planets. So remember, that's why.
Again, really, it does look like it's just descending upon us.
Oh my God, the sun! Thank you.
You know, keep an eye on the moon. I want to see what happens when the sun appears. Does it just suddenly disappear? Yeah, it just.
Why is the sunrise coming from both sides?
Yeah, see, it's just fading out from existence.
Yeah.
Did the peace out mean? Boom.
Right. Well.
But during apparently, the Samurai Showdown thing was shown off during this it's like a Japan only E3 thing they've done in response. Someone described so kind of like Tokyo Game Show, but in the summer.
Yeah.
They're showing a bunch of things. I mostly only saw bits of it because of Maximilian Dude's reaction video. He wasn't interested in too much. He was interested in the Guilty Gear stuff. Honestly, I'm not interested in Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear's problem is there's way too big of a story to it, and I cannot get my head around any of it. Like, BlazBlue can be confusing, but Guilty Gear's even more confusing.
Yeah.
I know it's weird saying I'm not getting into a fighting game because of its story, but that is actually one of the key reasons I play fighting games.
Yeah.
What was shown off was, like, the new Harvest Moon game. And it's like, I know people complain about how it's not actually the real Harvest Moon because it's only Natsumi pumping out the Harvest Moons, and the real Harvest Moon is developed by Story of Seasons sort of people. But, publisher versus, actual creative things happen all the time. You could argue that Crash 4 isn't the real Crash 4 because it's not made by Naughty Dog. But then, the people who work at Naughty Dog, I think there's probably no one there who actually worked on the original Crash Bandicoot games. Sort of like how people with Rare. Very few of the people who work at Rare worked there from, the heyday sort of thing.
Yeah.
People leave studios and such, so can you ever really say who's the true owner at that point? Is it just based off the company or based off the people who work there?
Can you stop lagging, game?
But basically, the rights to Harvest Moon ended up with Natsumi rather than the people who make... Because the people who made the Harvest Moon games got got purchased by, I think, either Xseed or Marvelous. I think Xseed. But yeah, Natsumi haven't had a great track record with it, but honestly, none of Story of Season games that have released since the split have impressed me that much either. Basically, the last sort of Harvest Moon games that actually interest me at all were the ones on the Wii. And that's basically I'm not a big fan of the whole top-down perspective thing or the retro look sort of thing. So I do like the look that whilst it's not fully sort of 3D, not like fully A Wonderful Life, it's less... The new Harvest Moon game by the Natsumi lot looks less like a mobile game. It looks less top-down. You've got over-the-shoulder camera perspective. I know it's a weird thing, but it's like the style of it, and one reminds you of something that's supposed to be for the handheld rather than on a console sort of thing. So I may keep an eye out for it. I feel like I'm definitely going to get Crash Bandicoot 4. That seems to be quite appealing. But I'll keep an eye out for the Harvest Moon just in case.
Hull damage imminent.
Hull damage imminent, yeah, particularly if you smack into the wall.
Well, that's kind of a pain. This is supposed to be a good place to get rubies.
What the heck?
That means I'm there.
You're in the right area.
Kind of. Well, it seems I can't actually visit the right area.
Oh, but we can cut that open and exit it.
Bugger off!
We don't have a torpedoes. To be fair, we can easily take that down with our fire knife.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, what's that on the floor? Is that something we can scan for?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Prawn suit drill arm.
That will let us farm resources better.
That's good. Oh yeah, for those big sort of block things we find. We've got 1 out of 10.
Oh. I don't like you over there, so please
Stop.
stay over there. For God's sake, it's de-equipped the laser cutter.
It would, wouldn't it? It's a good
That's
thing.
not a laser cutter door.
It's a good thing, which is weird because it just looks like every other door. It's a good thing we've increased our oxygen tank to deal with the 200 meter pressure. It might actually be a good idea then. Oh, I think you dropped that.
I did. Oh, apparently you can scan it.
Yeah, I figured we'd repair that, yeah. It's kind of weird though with the Harvest Moon thing. It's like, it feels like, particularly the Story of the Season, people were able to like remake, Mineral Town, but with the Story of Season's name. It's weird that you don't just look to, A Wonderful Life that seems to be the one that people enjoy the most and actually think, hey, let's just remake that. You could even combine it with the, Another Wonderful Life. So you get, combine them into one game sort of thing. So you just basically just allow a gender choice. Oh, and the other part of it. Awesome.
Not that we can make the prawn suit. But
Yeah. But it's weird that you can't get into that.
Very weird. Not what we came out here looking for,
But hey, good to have.
but it's something.
Yeah. Good to always make use of a day out.
Salt deposits. We've also discovered that this area has warpers.
Warpers?
That's what those portals were tied to.
They're Leviathan or just really small weird people.
There.
Oh, what on earth?
That's a leviathan.
Oh, hello. That's weird. I didn't expect it to be swimming so up close to the surface.
That's the shadow that I saw.
You may want to get out of here.
Yeah. I agree with that sentiment.
Because it seemed like you were starting to descend upon us. It's strange, because we're no bigger than a gastropod here, so I'm not sure why they pay attention to us so much. Getting brighter, that's usually a good sign, because I don't think Leviathans seem to like bright light. They seem to all be deep-sea creatures aside from the reefbacks. There's a lot of reefbacks here.
Yep, they're my shield. If the guy's chasing us, I don't think
I was going to say,
is.
would the reefbacks actually fight
No,
the Leviathan?
but they're a big object that can get in the way. Well, that was exciting. We've seen our first aggressive Leviathan.
From a distance. To be fair, we didn't really get
From
it.
a far distance.
Hey, you could have probably got out and scanned him.
I could have, to be fair. Like, really, when you think about it, there's not really a repercussion for dying.
Yeah.
I think we've explored that.
Yeah, I think we explored that a while back. I mean,
Although,
we'd find stuff, but we probably wouldn't find rubies, which is what our main task was.
well, we need
Also, it'd be
rubies.
nice if our game stopped lagging. I will say, we
We need
could,
Cyclops parts,
with
and
our
we need
improved
rubies.
Reaver, whilst it's not on the objective, we could go back to that that place I died in.
Yeah, I don't really remember where that was.
About one of the life pods. It was on the way to the island.
Oh, yeah, I think
The first island, not the second island that we got bridged to.
I think I do vaguely remember where it was. I wasn't actually that far away from it.
Oh. Good thing we can find metal scrap around here.
Well, that's a
if need be.
pain. Just go to the place I wanted to explore. It seems I can't get to the area I want to of it because it's too...
Which is weird because we need the prawn suit to really progress, I feel. But
We
can't
need the
get to-
Cyclops to progress.
Yeah, but we haven't been able to find any to the Cyclops.
But we need the prawn suit to get deep enough to get the Cyclops.
Yeah,
Also, the Cyclops can punch people.
that is nice.
So we even need like the...
So funny little video the other day that popped up, but I haven't been able to find it since.
Okay.
Like I don't know, like it didn't seem to pop up in my history. It might be I watched on the Grin Brothers channel, but it sort of starts off with apparently from what I know of the YouTuber, apparently people said it's something special when you don't hear a piano intro.
Oh.
So he opens all of his. He's a pianist because I know one of his other videos was when you're a
Pianist.
when a pianist walks into a room without a piano.
If-
For the video, you've got the sort of guy, sort of like, you got the sort of like heart monitor, sort of fade out, sort of the sort of thing. The person sort of like fading to white, and suddenly he gets like the gets virtual goggles taken off his head. Is like, what? So, how was it? How was your experience? Where's Emily? Where's Anna? Oh, in there, pointing to the goggles. They're not real. It's like, well, what's going on? And that whole life was just, a made up, conjured up. I mean, look at yourself, Elf. How old do you think you are? 78. Ah, no, you're like 22. You came in here to agree to this test for 20 quid. Id. Oh, okay. What? Don't worry. Let's go over it. So, how was your life? He's like sort of going through all these questions or things. Like, oh man, what was up with 2020? Oh, that was Steve's idea. Did you like the Hornets? Let's see. What were your thoughts on Chuck E. Cheese? Oh, my thoughts. I think I went there when I was like 8 or 9. No, can I just see Emily again? They're not real. Oh. Now, what do you think of the pizza? Crusty or soft? Why are you asking me questions about Chuck E. Cheese? Okay, no, we're just trying to see where Chuck E. Cheese places in your life. About the mascot, do you think it's good as a mouse? Do you think it'd be better as a dog? No! Maybe! Yes! Why are you asking about Chuck E. Cheese? Well, are you telling me this whole experiment was with Chuck E. Cheese? Look, we thought it'd be a good idea to find out where Chuck E. Cheese, how important Chuck E. Cheese is in someone's life. So, we built an entire life for you to figure out how important Chuck E. Cheese was in your life. Why would you do this? Do you still want the 20 quid? It was okay, okay? It was... And I don't know, I haven't been able to find it since, but it was just hilarious. Really well acted as well. Like, the psychiatrist had, like, the tone perfect throughout. And I guess one quick thing to mention. You're mentioning... Maybe we could spin that into another conversation, but I'm assuming you want to talk about Terraria next time. But, I'm
trying to figure out where we can get...
Speaking of MOBAs, Smite has an interesting addition coming up for playable characters. Characters from Avatar and The Legend of Korra.
Oh.
Going to be playable in Smite, which is weird because Smite's supposed to be based off gods, but apparently I guess the avatars count.
Oh.
They have a surprise guest appearance.
Booger me backwards.
What?
What the hell, sea crowns? What?
I don't know. Has anyone been boogered forwards?
I don't...
Well, whilst you think of all this, we might as well end
I have to go back to where that Reaper Leviathan was, seemingly, because you can apparently get rubies there, but the rubies are located, like, underneath him.
Okay, do you know anywhere else to get rubies?
Yeah, but from the sounds of it, rubies are just located wherever death is.
Oh. Fascinating!
The Bone Fields Caves, Blood Kelp Zone, Crash Zone, Deep Sparse Reef. I clicked on the dunes because I thought that sounded safe. I was like, oh!
You mean the thing that rhymes with doom?
I was like, dunes!
You have chosen death.
What can be bad about, you know, like, some little
let's
sandy
see,
hills?
Happy-go-lucky land. Oh gosh, you really don't want to go there. Safety place. Oh no. I didn't realise. I guess someone must have died in your life. Fair enough. If you want to end it, then safety place is the place to go. Okay, we're like 23 minutes in, so Raphael will pop over and try to find rubies, and we'll hit record
Thank you, game, for making me feel safe.
if we see something exciting happen.
The trench lacks the crab squids and ghost leviathans of the other blood kelp zone, but still has predators. Thank you. I just want rubies. Are they actually made of blood? How deep do I have to go for these rubies? Because, like, unique to the northern blood kelp zone is an adult ghost leviathan.
You know, we were eventually going to have to cross paths with the leviathans anyway, so
I just want rubies.
might as well start punching them.
We can't punch them. We need the rubies to punch them.
Cheers, everyone! Share the like, comment, and subscribe
You're dead.
to witness more of Brass Over Reactions.